Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Amanda and this is Main Street Hauls. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I wanted to do a few of my favorite things that I love to take when I go to Disneyland. Some of these things I take like when we went to the beach a few weeks ago on our little road trip. I do realize that a lot of my stuff that I take now is my favorite things because now that I'm a vlogger, now that I love to make videos and stuff for YouTube, there's a few things that my favorite things have changed. So, and these are some of the things that make my life a little bit easier as someone who now records everything. But for starters, probably have all seen the Osmo, DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That is my most favorite thing to take now when I go anywhere because of the fact that I vlog. So that's number one on the list. I cannot show it to you because I am using it right now to make this video. But since I'm leading with that, I did want to show some things that are my favorite to have as accessories or whatever with the Osmo. First of all, I love this thing. This came with mine. I don't know if it comes with all of them. I'm almost certain it does. I got the content creator package, I think is what it's called. And it came with this. It came with a little tripod and one of these, this thing, which is also on my list of favorite things. This we'll get into in a second, but it came with those things. Back to this. So it came with this. When you film, you'll see this in my hand a lot when I'm talking or whatever and I'm doing this. This is in my hand a lot because I literally take the Osmo out of here, do some filming, and as soon as I'm done, turn it off and stick it right back into this protective case. And it goes on one side, which is where the screens are on my Osmo, and I am not about to let those screens get broken. It's not a cheap little toy that I have here. Anyway, so this obviously, and then it came with the wide angled lens. And that is also something I really love to have when Kenny and I are sitting at a table, either eating or opening pins. At Disneyland, I like it because it gives you more of a broad view and I don't have to constantly mess with my camera to make sure he's in there, I'm in there. Anyway, it just makes things a little easier. So yeah, that was number one. My other favorite thing I like, which I haven't actually used yet, but I do, it's something I take, but I haven't had to use it yet, and I am longing for the day. But let me see if I can get it open here. It's a little cage for my Osmo. You put your Osmo in here and then you close that shut around it, okay? And then the record button and all the buttons are right here. There's holes in that so you can see where the buttons go and you can still use it like this. But this right here is a magnet. So you could stick it on. Let me see. Oh, it did. It's stuck. I know you can't see it, but you can stick it somewhere. And if you have a place you want it to go, it comes with a magnet that you can stick. I think there's two in here actually that you can stick somewhere. So this can be, just go wherever you want this to go. So yeah, I think this is amazing and I think it's gonna be great when I can, and I think this flips down somehow. Let me see. There's a little button here that you can push and then this part, the magnet comes down. If you want it to give it a little angle, you can, or just do it flat on a surface like that. This I got on Amazon. By the way, my Osmo, the package deal, I also got on Amazon. But this is another thing I got from Amazon. This is a cage. I call it my wrist cage, but it's for the Osmo. Again, you open it up, click it onto your Osmo. All your buttons will be right here, easily to get into. But it comes with this, and it is good. And you can hold your Osmo, like this is what I use when I go on Big Thunder Mountain and record the rides or anything big. I make sure it's on this. So if something were to happen and it flew out of my hand, it's not going anywhere, right? So this is probably my absolute most favorite thing for Disneyland, for the big rides. Also, I haven't used this one yet either. And this is something I bought because I was really wanting to go on Tiana's during the Mother's Day trip before I went on it yet. It waterproofs your Osmo. You open these up on the side. These are clamp down like that. You just open those up, both of those. You open it up. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's sealed shut. So you put your Osmo in there, close it, and then these push the buttons on your Osmo. I don't know if you can even see that. And then there's also something here, so you can put something for your wrist here, so you also have it on your wrist. And while you're recording, right? I think that's pretty cool. I don't know the quality it'll be. I have tried it in this and it looked pretty good. This does still have the little film sticker thingy on the front and back. I'm not taking it off till I'm ready to use it because I figure might as well just leave it on there. But we're getting into, I started doing these vlogs in May and it didn't come across any rain or anything like that. But we are going on our next trip and it could be very rainy. The next 2 trips that I'm going on could be very rainy. In my experience, it's been very cold and rainy. So I think this will come in handy for the rain or even just the drizzle or whatever. I think this will be really nice to have. Again, Amazon. Okay, and so then the other accessory, the one I was showing you, right? Your Osmo clicks onto here and you can put this, as long as your things have this kind of top with the screw on the top like that, right there. This just screws right on, which, by the way, you are on one of my other favorite things, which is my tall tripod, and I'm using it right now. Anyway, I love this little tripod. It's not very tall. It's like the perfect little size. This I use to do my get ready with me in the mornings. I've done a couple of those, which I apologize for. But I'll probably do more because I just love to chit chat with you guys. It's also just a nice little handle. This one and my really big one are my 2 favorites, and I take these both times I go to the parks. Of course, I cannot take this into the park. This cannot go into the park because it expands. So while I'm in the park, this is what I take. And it is so cool. You just stick it right inside this, and this thing stands it up. And it's just a perfect little stand on top of a trash can at Disneyland, obviously, or just anywhere. Definitely a favorite when I go to the parks. Before I get too far, I have 2 regular mics that I got before I found this mini one, okay? This mini mic, look how tiny it is. It's just a tiny little, this is my favorite. This is absolutely my favorite. I love taking this one. I feel like the sound quality is better when I use this one. I could be wrong, but I like it. So this is the one I use. And I usually will put it in this bag in the park, which is my You Had Me at Disneyland. So that's all of the accessories, I believe, for the Osmo. Oh, wait a minute. The most important accessory that I carry, because I now like to record a lot, these Bagoo bags. I know there's other like Crescent bags or whatever out there. I just happened to buy one of these and I love the way it feels. I love the way that the strap matches the bag. Yeah, I just like everything about this bag. But yeah, the Bagoo bags. Because there's nothing better than when you're walking through the parks, you pull out your Osmo, but it's just right here. Like all you gotta do is this, right? It's just right there. Record, do what you gotta do, and then you stick it back. And then you can just zip it back up. This is so convenient. I have this color, I have a black one, I have a red one, and a blue one. So there's one more thing since I started vlogging. They make them for the wrist, which are really cool. But I mean, if you're just gonna go on a ride and use it to record and you don't wanna drop your phone, that's perfect. But for me, I walk around the parks with this around my body, okay? And right now, let me just point this out. This does not come with it. This is my Bobble Bar Mickey charm, but Ghost, since it's that time of year. Anyway, I use that on it, but I just do this with it. Look at all my mess. So I just wear it like this, and it literally hangs there. It's literally not an issue to me at all. And it's nice when like, I just want to take a picture. So this makes it very convenient to do that. And I don't feel at all like it's gonna come off. Make sure you get something sturdy. Okay, so some more things that I love to take. that's just my vlogging. That's just, since I started vlogging, those are the things I love to take now. But of course, let's get to our basics. Like, I have a couple things that are just must-haves that have to be with me on the trip, like my tripods that can't go to the parks with me, but I have to have them so that way if I want to record in the room or whatever. But these are must-haves for charging all the stuff that I bring: the mics, the batteries, the Osmo itself, the magic bands, phones, all that, because I like to stay at good neighbor hotels because they're less expensive, and I don't mind that they're not completely updated because I'm not hardly there anyway. But because they're not completely updated, they do not, and I've been in some that are updated and there's still just a couple of these, but there's never enough ports to charge your stuff, right? Like, everything I have, all I need are these. I need these ports, and then I need some of these little teeny ones up here. But these are a must. I want to make sure that I've got plenty of stuff to charge. That is one thing that I think you should definitely invest in, a good charging tower. Another thing I love to take is my Kindle. Another thing that needs to be charged. This doesn't have to be charged as often because obviously I'm not reading a lot while I'm there. So if it's charged before we leave, it's pretty much good to go. But it also can be charged while you're at the park. So you don't have to charge it overnight if you read that much while you're at the hotel. I don't, but I like to have it as an option for when we're resting, and it's another thing that has to be charged. So that's, and then obviously my phone, my AirPods. I love taking my AirPods because I, like on the drives there or on the drive home, sometimes I'll put my AirPods in and listen to a book. On my last trip on the way home, I was listening to Anne of Green Gables, which is one of my favorite movies because I never actually read the books. I grew up on the movies though. So I got the books and I am loving the books. So that's one of my new favorites right now, is listening to Anne of Green Gables. And then some things that I like to take just to have. These are things that are important to have. Liquid IV, super important to have. Toilet wipes. Need I say more? My husband's has his own brand of toilet wipes. I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I have plastic straws, like actual straws. And then obviously I've been over these so many times. These things from Go Pen Pro, Penfolio. It's Go Pen Pro, Penfolio. It is, okay. So I like my two big ones. I obviously I'm not using a lot of these right now because I don't have a ton of trading pins yet, but these are, if you get nothing else, if you can get these are 5 for $15. And then the bags come separately and they are also 5 for $15. So it's $30 to have 5, and they come in all kinds of colors. I thought the pink was really cute. My husband got green, literally one of my favorites for sure right now. And then another favorite of mine that I have talked about before is this Still Standing spray. Girls, if you have not yet used this and you are on your feet all the time and you have achy feet, this stuff called Still Standing, this amazing, the almost instant relief that you feel on your feet, I cannot even express to you. Just give it a try. Like, that's all I say. That's all I can say is give it a try. For me, it works. But yeah, I think we have come to the end of it. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for my favorites. Wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will subscribe and join me. I hope you're having a great week. Take care and God bless.